Yeah, so I want to jump right into it like how I usually do. Uh, as of right now, I'm having a better day. Um, I would say in the beginning of my day, it was horrible. But let me jump right into it first before I start talking. So the topic, as you can see, is death and rebirth, good and bad. Now, right, like I said, the start of my day was it was bad. It was really bad. I was going through some stuff mentally, emotionally. Didn't understand certain things. Still don't understand certain things. And it's really, just a part of the process of living my life, right? And at the end of the day, it was bad. I cried today. I had a moment where I had to release some frustration, and it actually hit me out of nowhere. It wasn't planned. I didn't plan on it, right? But when you're upset, naturally that's what happens. So I'm not afraid to say that and admit that. I definitely did, and it's been a long time since I have. It honestly felt good to get it out and release, right? But let me jump right into the topic at hand. I just wanted to explain that I had a bad start, but we're having a better end, right? Now, my understanding of death and rebirth is like falling and getting back up. Like put simply. Like I just gave you one example. It kind of was one example. Me, crying and me having that moment. It naturally started from me having, I had an attitude. I was upset. I didn't understand, certain things and why certain things was happening in my life, and it just caused an overload, right? And I consider that one example as a death and rebirth, because it's just like falling and getting back up, right? That's just one example. But I want to give you another. You got people out here, they don't like the fact that I do this type of stuff. They don't like that I try to spread a positive message. And this is why I'm out here in the streets now, because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily care, right? Like, I can't continue to care about a negative feeling trying to keep me back, or the crab trying to pull me down from spreading positivity at the end of the day. So another prime example was just me everyday living. If you wanted a few, many of the one of the few, right? Then you understand what I'm talking about. And how it goes. Like every day it's a struggle, right? Some of us is very good at it. Some of us are very good at it. Like, we know how to get by and, not let it really affect us. Some of us, we talk our talk. And then some of us, like me, we just don't even want to deal with it at all. Like we just have too much love and compassion. Sometimes we don't be really wanting to face all of that. You know what I mean? So that's my other example. For the very few that understand, the many very few that understand, yes. Everyday life is another example, right? But I like to say, like, at the same time, you gotta understand how strong of a person you are, right? To actually have had a death and a rebirth, right? Because some people fall down, right? And they do not get back up, as the very many few already experience. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, right? You got people out here trying to stop the positivity, you know what I mean? And they fell. They fell. Like, no disrespect to them. Some of us, I be watching y'all be out here snapping and this and that. I do too. I just had a moment today, but we can't do that to them, But some of us fall, we don't get back up, we end up, leaving this world, getting incarcerated, right? Or just going down the wrong left path of life in general. So, the fact that you can have a rebirth is good. That's a good sign. That means you're a good person. That means you're trying. Don't give up, right? Very key. Do not give up. Because I find myself, ready to crash out. But I can't do that. That's not me anyway, right? So as far as the people we be wanting to crash out on, we have to pray for them. Okay? We got to pray for them, and we got to get to a point where we have control of self to look past the ego and have compassion for others. Because I can't even give you, honestly forgot. It's in Psalms. I'm sorry, it's in Luke. But love your enemies pretty much is what I'm saying, right? That's what you want to do. You want to love your enemy, regardless of how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to have that compassion to look past our ego at the end of the day. You know what I mean? They fell, but that don't mean we got to fall with them, and that don't mean we got to treat them a certain way. So, I would like to say with that, have acceptance of the bad with the good. Because, you just got to be grateful. I don't even know how to even jump right into it. I'm not trying to be proper. I try so hard, but at the end of the day, you got to just learn how to be grateful for it. It's one of those things. You got to understand at the end of the day, you may not like, these people, you might be recording the video in your car. I seen the other day, if I was watching a video, some guy walked up to one of the many few, you know what I mean? She recording the video, but it helps you at the end of the day because you're gaining self-control. And hopefully, if you get this video on your timeline, this helps you get a little bit more self-control. If, you be staring left like I do. It's an everyday process. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, be grateful, understand that it helps. It's only helping you. So, sometimes we fall from our grace, but at the end of the day, you're gaining emotional self-control. I'm gonna go this way. And you'll understand in the long run that all of it made you a better person. We all have our own individual journeys, but all of it in the long run is going to make you a better person. Only if you let it. If you had that death and rebirth, you got to keep going. You can't give up. You can't fall and just, you know what I mean? So get back up. And like I always end my videos saying, because I'm pretty much done, keep love and light in your heart for everybody, especially for yourself. You know what I mean? Love God, love self, love others. Don't let them take it from you. You know what I mean? That's it. Peace, love, and light.